Alright, quick update for Elon. So I think the last video we made was a few days ago. I think it was 3 days ago, and I think we were touching this 200-day moving average. And we said this 200-day moving average is going to really be our last line in the sand. We either need to hop above it, test it as resistance, and go off to the races, or we're going to have another rejection. And at which point I highlighted this big red box down here as my next level where I think that we're going to be heading down to. So it's been a couple of days since I made an update on this. You can see, we got rejected off the 200-day, then we fell through the 0.618. So in my opinion, we're getting ready to come down to the 786 fib. We've already started falling off the table, so in my opinion we'll be coming down here pretty fast. That is about a 12% drop in the conservative target and almost a 17% drop in the in the more bearish target. So if we flatten this data out a bit, as in the micro term, obviously we've broken below this key 618 level as well, from the fib from the low to the high. In my opinion, what's going to be happening now is that we are going to be coming down to the 786. So if I mark this level here, keep it as green for now as support, as this would really be the level that we need to bounce from. Otherwise, I think a lot of these dog coins are going to start going down to where they started rallying, all the way back here. So just a disclaimer as well, I do hold a very, very small percent of my portfolio in Dogelon. It is pretty much the only altcoin, well, it is the only altcoin that I own apart from Solana. So, I am kind of partial to this coin. So, when I do say this is coming down, that is from an unbiased perspective, as, I'd much prefer to tell you, oh, we're just going to bounce from here and break out tomorrow to new all-time highs. But I'd be doing you a disservice if I said that. In my opinion, it looks like we're breaking down. We've lost the 618, we've lost the 200-day moving average, and the next level down, in my opinion, is all the way down to this 786. Now, if we don't hold this 786, we can start talking about, probably coming down and retesting this wick. So, while I have outlined that, this could be potentially a level that we do bounce from, things are kind of looking a little bit shaky right now. So also we've kind of got like an ugly head and shoulders right now. You can basically see, I've only just spotted this really, but you can see that we're basically hitting the neckline of this right now. So in my opinion, it could be likely that we're about to break down, do something like this, hit the conservative target, backtest, and then maybe even backtest the 618 if we do get a little pump for Bitcoin, and then come down to this this green line that I've got down here, which obviously is the last line in the sand of the 786. So kind of best bullish case scenario for us to remain, somewhat micro or somewhat macro bullish in the long term would be holding this level. So, in my opinion, if we're not going to come down 22%, which by the way, I do think is a very likely target for us to come down to, I don't think asking, a dog coin with 500 million in market cap for a 22% drop is out of the ordinary. If I was talking about a 22% drop on Bitcoin or the stock market, it might be a different story, but these are dog coins. If the stock market starts dumping 5-10%, then this coin is gonna basically fall to hell. So like I said, this would really need to be the last line in the sand, a 22% drop. If we did lose that, then we've got a 2.618 fib down here, almost a 50% drop. After that, we'd have to start talking about dropping 60%, 70%, maybe even coming down to this this previous wick that we've got all the way back here, which is 77%. So for now, let's not talk about that extreme bearish scenario. Let's take it one step at a time. Right now, what I see is us breaking down from this head and shoulders. Do bear in mind we're still sitting on the neckline, so if we turn around tomorrow, if Bitcoin starts pumping tomorrow and this just goes to the moon, so be it. But the total crypto market cap's breaking down very strongly right now. Bitcoin has just lost the 40,000. The stock market is tanking. The dollar's going up. So wow, the dollar's actually just had a breakout. So I'd be very worried if I was in altcoins right now. Do bear in mind, like I said, I do hold a tiny bit of Dogelon Mars, I do hold some Solana, but as a whole, you know, I am at least 60% of my portfolio in Bitcoin and just sitting on the sidelines. So I wouldn't mind some cheaper prices for Dogelon. I probably would start buying if we do come down to like the 2.618. But, you know, like I said, I'd probably need to see like a bottoming signal or something. If we just start dropping like a rock, then I will be sitting on the sidelines until we do have a nice bounce or a bottoming signal. So best case scenario, honestly, I think we're going to be back testing this wick. I don't think there's any other way you can chop it. So I do think we're going to be coming down about 17%. If we do lose that, like I said, probably another 22% drop on the table. So macro term, we are bearish. We are in a downtrend. We have broken below the 618. Like I said, the 786 at 581 is really your last line in the sand that you'd want to hold if, you know, you think all of these dog coins are going to have their day in the sun at some point soon. So that's all I see for Dogelon. Best of luck to you. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.